YouTubers, how are you? Today is September 9th. Yes, September 9th, 2015. Surgery date for me was, for the sleeve, was August 24th, 2004. This is actually my 2-week post video. I'm 1 day late because I was so busy yesterday. I couldn't even, oh my God. By the time I could have done it, I was like, oh, I'm ready to go to sleep. So anyway, stats. Let's get into stats. Like I said, this is 2 weeks and a day post-surgery. My highest weight ever, and that was a few years ago, was like 300 pounds. I lost 70, kind of maintained to go up 20, come back, you know, that kind of thing. This year, my highest weight was 264 pounds. And that was at the end of July when I came back from vacation. Yeah, I'm starting to see it in my face. And then surgery weight was 250. And today it's 239.5 or 0.4, whatever, 0.6. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. My first goal is to be under 200. So I could be 199, 197. 197 actually would be anything under that, like that's 100 pounds. I'm getting 100 pounds. I'm getting a tattoo on my wrist that's going to say 100. I don't know if it's going to say keeping it 100 or whatever, but that's my first goal, treat to myself. My ultimate goal, my goal has been ultimately for the ultimate goal was 175 pounds. But they have me down for losing 133 pounds, which I think they're a little bit off because I actually have scoliosis with a rod in my back. So if I stood up completely straight like I was born to, I would probably be like a 5'7", 5'8". So technically the goal I saw on the scale in my vision was 145, which is about right for that kind of a height. They sound like in the 30s or whatever. I was like, anyway, wherever my body decides to go, I'll be happy. If it's 175, I'm happy. It's 160, 150, I don't care. Anything less than what I have been dealing with. My lips look so ashy. I've been swimming. I just came back from working out. Yes. Oh, and I got bat wings. I had them because, you know, it's like I said, I was so big, but I got muscles. You see that? Yeah. Okay. So, how's it been? Okay. All right. That was not a walk in the park, the surgery. It's the most painful surgery I've had. I've had gallbladder removal. I had a full hysterectomy. I gave birth to a 9-pound, 13-ounce baby. None of it felt like that. So, and maybe because I'd never been truly cut, even though this was done laparoscopically. But you know, they took out my gallbladder, they took out my full uterus, and the baby came out. So I'm thinking because part of my stomach is still there, that maybe it made it different because all the nerve endings and blood vessels trying to come back together. But the glory is it only was like that for about a week at the most. I stopped taking painkillers once I got home at the hospital 2 days, and just started doing Tylenol when needed. But I would have to say, like today, I don't even feel like I had surgery today. So like I said, 2 weeks later, I'm feeling awesome. I'm able to do my swimming, which I love my swimming. It's really more water jogging, majority of it. I'm going through, I've got my little paddles that give me more resistance. So that's why my muscles are getting up there. See, without that, you know, you'd see, yes, I got guns. So, and that's helping to tone, because one of the things I want to make sure is as I lose weight, I'm toned. I'm gonna have flabby skin, because when you've been up as far as 300 pounds and you stretched your skin like that, you got that. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I also know that for over 26 years, I've maintained anywhere between 230 and 250 consistently. So the skin is a little bit stretched, and you talking about losing 100 pounds, baby, it's going to wing. So now let's talk about emotionally. My belief, as I've said in the previous video, that every pound is a manifestation of a thought. We have lots of thoughts that fly by us all the time, but when we concentrate on it and we get a feeling with it, boom, something is going to happen, and it's going to demonstrate in your body and your affairs. My mantra is, we are spirit first, clothed in a soul, expressing in our bodies and affairs, not just the physical body, but how we handle our finances, our relationships, our work ethic. All of those come out in how we feel about ourselves. Because see, the spirit is whole, perfect, and complete, but it's in the soul, that individual, where we start grabbing hold of things that don't even really belong to us, and we just hold it, and then we don't know how to process it because it's not true anyway. So it's not the truth. So we're like, what do we do with it? I mean, just like when we put food in our mouth that the body can't handle, that's full of toxins, the liver is like, I don't know what to do with this. I'm trying to detox. I'm trying to figure out how. And so it says, okay, I'm gonna store it in a fat cell. That's the physical representation, but there's that spiritual, that inner work that comes out, and it comes out as cancer, thyroid issues, fibroids in your uterus, high blood pressure. All of that starts as thoughts. That's my belief. You don't have to believe it, but that's how I believe it. So every pound has these toxins, these thoughts, these things that you haven't dealt with yet. So as you're losing, you're going to deal with it, because if you don't, believe me, you're going to gain the weight back because you ain't deal with what you need to. And I'm not trying to gain this weight, because when this weight goes, it is gone. So my thing is, I got a lot of clarity. I started realizing what used to make me happy. I've been through some trauma. We all got things going through, and I've had my share, especially over the last 3 years. It's just been something. But 3 to me is a meaning of completion. So as I've completed that cycle, that time frame, that dispensation, whatever you want to call it, I've started dropping the weight. So total now, I guess it's 264, 225 pounds. Yeah, 25-pound basic weight loss. So with that 25-pound basic weight loss, now what we're talking about is, we are talking about, that's 25 pounds of thoughts and feelings that need to be addressed and that have been addressed. And as I am dealing with it, I see clarity. See, the clarity is going to come first, and then the pound drops, because as you understand what's going on, as you understand and you start throwing away those pounds don't go first. It's not what comes first. What comes first, the chicken or the eggs? It's the thought that's behind it. It's that processing. The liver now says, I can handle that. Let me just get rid of it. I don't even want to store it no more. Let's get it out of the body, because it don't need to be there. And so first is the thought and the feeling that solidify. I'm not worthy. I deserve good. Whatever it is, because we've got to. If you are morbidly obese, you have created this garden of muck. That these weeds are so intertwined. So as soon as you loosen one, you still got one that it was held on to that helped to support it. So this next just 7-month journey. And 7 is completion. So I've heard it's a 7-month journey as far as that autopilot, and then, it's on you, whatever. I like the idea 7. 7 is completion, just like 3. So in this 7-month process, the transformation that is happening, and I'm saying for me, is going to be an inner work and a reflection of that inner work. And I suggest that those of you that are watching this too, that are on that same journey with me, allow it to be an inner work journey. Allow yourself to find what works for you spiritually. If it's church, if it's singing on a choir, but also if it's reading materials that are going to help change your life. Is the Bible? Great. If it's the Quran, whatever it is that's going to be life-changing in your mind, in your soul, of who you really are, changing those impressions because something happened over and over again, because your relationships didn't work out right and it keeps happening over and over. You're not worthy of a good relationship. No. Allow that inner work to take place so that you can be changed, so that you can be renewed by the renewal of your mind, be transformed today, so that tomorrow, when this journey of the rapid weight loss is over and you're in maintenance phase, you're maintaining by the word. Sometimes it just takes one word to change your thoughts, to change your way of feeling about something, the way you understand something, the way that you see something. So allow this time to be a restoration period. Allow the spirit, or whatever you call it, your higher power, your God, your Christ, whatever it is that is going to be greater and bigger than you, to transform, that creates you, that is you, that's in you, that at the very essence of an atom, that spirit that makes you move, breathe, and live. Allow that to transform you so that the weight will never come back. Because see, we've used the tool that's going to cause the weight loss in majority of the cases. But I've seen too many people gain their weight back because they didn't do the inner work. Do the inner work and you will see. Allow yourself to have a place to blog, journal, whatever it is, because as these come out and you get these new revelations of who you really are and never go back, you need to document your process. And that's what I'm doing. I'm documenting my process. And I'm allowing you guys on my journey and be able to see how it feels. Now in my clothes, I see it's getting looser. But I'm going to tell you something. I've been 228. I've been 230. So I haven't really crossed over a threshold yet that I can, I mean, I'm happy. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling good. And I'm excited. And I'm grateful. But let me get past 225. Let me get past 220. That's where, because see, I've been back and forth, so I've been dealing with the same thoughts because keep coming back, keep going back. I am trying to get rid of those and never go back to that well again. So when I get there, another goal, I'm thinking about either a little piercing here or a nose piercing. I mean, some people may not like that, but guess what? It's my way of expressing myself, I like tattoos, and I'm not one to be fully tatted, and I want a sleeve, and I have my version of it. My lips keep getting really dry, but I need some lip gloss or something, whatever. But I'm just trying to not find me. I'm trying to unveil me, coming through all the layers like an onion. But when you get to the even with the shells, with the pearls, you got to get through it, get through all the dirt and the muck. I'm being polished up, baby. Watch and see 1 year from now when I do my 1 year post-op. And I mean, if I had a shot on that, I got this, this weight won't come back, that I will never see the word morbidly obese associated with my presence. What I used to be, but I ain't no longer there. So anyway, I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope that you find this video inspirational, and all the videos to come. I mean, I'm sharing my heart and the things that I'm going through. I'm gonna get into some real stuff, talk about dating, because I'm dating. I've separated. Now I'm trying to date, and how that's gonna be, because physically what they date now, people that I'm meeting 5-6 months from now, is not going to look the same. I'm not going to have that, so that's going to be an interesting conversation to talk about, and so anyway, I want to thank you. Week 2, hey yeah, and I'll be back to week 3. I would have already had seen my doctor for the second follow-up visit for week 2. Oh, food. I'm eating. I eat, okay? But I don't eat a lot, but I eat food. I haven't tried a steak yet. I'm not really ready there, but I eat salmon. All I'm doing, because let me tell you, what is really, when you're talking about parade food, your mouth parades your food. That's how I look at it. So I have to chew really good and parade, but and I also learned, I learned that if it hurts my stomach, I ain't ready for it. If I eat it and it feels good, great. And I also learned not to overstuff, because I was hungry, and when I came in, my mom didn't cook the salmon, and she cooked the salmon later. Yeah, I'm spoiled. And she brings me in a piece like this long and this wide. So technically, if she would have gave me half of that, or even a half of that, and maybe I could, if I wanted to go back for a little bit more or whatever. Okay, because that's all it was. I didn't have anything else. I went and I tried to eat the whole thing. And I knew better because my body was like, girl, what are you doing? And this is a pattern that I'm going to break. Because, well, I broke it because let me tell you, I was so sick, I had to throw it up. I didn't feel better until I threw it up. And then after I threw it up, I still had to wait for the rest of it to digest. Yeah, that's TMI, but that's the real deal. That's the kind of things that you got to deal with. When to say no, because see, my problem is I've been a glutton. I'm a glutton. I love it all. Give it to me all. And that's why I'm like this, right? Okay, so, so gluttony is something that I need to deal with. And I'm working on. So on the physical plane, I'm not gonna stuff myself like that because it didn't feel good. And I have this high tolerance for pain, which is not a good thing because it built up because I've been in a lot of pain. So I have to tell myself, you don't have to be in pain. It's okay to not finish that. It's okay to put it to the side and not finish it. You're full. You don't have, you can supplement, if you need to supplement with some shakes to get your protein in, then supplement with your shakes. But stop when you need to stop. And don't overdo it because you're not going to feel good. Why would you want to be putting yourself? It's like the sick pattern that I've actually put and it's a physical demonstration of what I've done mentally, what I've done in all my other affairs, everything. So that's part of the work. That's the real deal work right there. Holyfield real. Okay. So anyway, I love you, YouTube. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll come back to you next week. Bye-bye.